Yeah. Yeah, female jinn. Genie in the bottle, right? Genie, like the Aladdin lamp, the lamp of the Aladdin, genie. From the Arabic, jinni. And jinni is their common name. Number two, if one is mentioning the jinn that live among mankind, they are called amar, whose plural is amar. Amar. Amar, singular. Amar, plural. If one is mentioning, okay, interestingly, the second name is mentioning, the one mentioning the jinn, if we mention the jinn who live among mankind, means live like us. They appear like us, or maybe they live like us, like human, then they are called Ammar. And the Federal Territory Mufti, Dr. Zulkifli Al-Bakri, he chose, or he selected this opinion, and he opined that maybe bunyan in Malay culture, in the Malay language, is similar to Amar. So do not call your children or your son Amar. Yeah. Special name, A-M-A-R, Amar. We can give them Amr. Ain, Mim, Ra, Waw. The Waw is to differentiate it from Umar. Umar, because actually the spelling or the word Umar and Amar is actually the same. But to differentiate Umar from Amr, the Waw, the letter Waw is being added at the back of the word. Yeah. If one is mentioning the ones that antagonize the young, they are called arwah. Sorry? Oh, that's different. This is Amr. That is Amr. That with Hamza, not with Ain. Al-Amru. If one is mentioning the ones that antagonize the young, the jinn that disturb the young, the children, they are called arwah. And mind you, this is from the linguist, from the linguistic side of the Arab. There's no dalil, of course. There's not from the hadith, not from the Quran. It's just culture, the Arab culture. If one is mentioning the evil ones that antagonize humans, they are called shaitan for the singular and shayateen for plural. So Allah SWT mentioning shaitan and shayateen in the Quran, referring or using the same names, the same terminology that are used by the Arab. You know what I mean? In Malay language, if the evil antagonize humans, who disturb the living of the human, then we call them hantu, right? We call them hantu. So just imagining, I mean, it never happened, but just as intellectual discussion, if Allah Ta'ala wants to send down the Quran in Malay language, He will not using the name shaitan. Maybe Allah Ta'ala will use the name hantu. So again, this is a proof that shaitan, or the name shaitan is from the language is from the linguistic definition. That's why people ask me, what's the difference between jinn and shaitan? Actually, this question is quite subjective to the usage. Not all jinn are shaitan, and not all shaitan is a jinn. So we have to understand this. If they cause even more harm and become strong, they are called afrit or ifrit. Ifrit is the one who are strong, yeah, and more harm. So Nabi SAW also used this word ifrit in one hadith. There's one ifrit, one to cause him to invalidate his salah, yeah, to invalidate his salah. But Nabi SAW managed to stop him from doing so. Okay, so these names are just reference, it's just for our knowledge, the different names of jinn among the Arab. Is it true, brother? Yeah? Yes, yes. He's the one. Ifrit means the strong jinn. The strong jinn. They are referred to as Ifrit. Is it true, brother? We have Jordanian brother here. Huh? Yeah.
So the meaning coming from Quran from each one.
Yeah. Yeah. So there are types of the jinn. Types of jinn or category of the jinn. There are three categories. Three main categories of the jinn. The Prophet ﷺ said, Al-jinn salasatu asnaf. Fasinfun yutiru fil hawa, wasinfun hayatun, wa kilabun, wasinfun yahluna wa yaz'anun. There are three types of jinn. One that flies through the air. The one that can fly in the air. One that are snakes and dogs, means in the form of snakes and dogs. And one which stay in places and travel about. So this is the last one that we are referring to, the bunyan. Okay, the jinn that live among the human. And Dr. Umar bin Sulaiman al-Ashqar, he written this chapter or this subtopic, there is no room for the denial of the existence of the jinn. He refuted some people who, rejects the idea or rejects the evidence or the existence of the jinn. He said a small number of people absolutely deny the existence of another being known as jinn. Some of the politists, the mushrikun, claim that the meaning of jinn was the souls of the planets. The souls of the planets. Likewise, the people, from among the pagans. The pagans in Malaysia, the forefathers of the Malays, actually, their original religion is animism. Animism is a religion, is an ancient religion where people believe in the soul of everything. The trees, the rocks, the hills, the mountain, the river. Every object of the nature has souls, and they worship these souls. Okay? Animism. In Malay, it's called animisma and animism. Some of the philosophers claim that the jinn are the evil inclinations on the souls of mankind in the same way that the angels are the inclination for good in the souls of mankind. So some of philosophers, and this is the religion of the Westerns. The religion of the Westerns, when it comes to the belief in the jinn or belief in the unseen, we can see in their literature, in the arts, where they depict that ghost, actually the soul of dead men. Souls of the dead people. They're coming into life and influencing the life of the people. And the same thing with the Chinese religion, especially those who adhere to the teaching of Confucius. The Confucius. That's why we see our Chinese friends, they believe in the ghosts of the dead people. And these souls can influence the affairs of the world. So they worship the souls of their forefathers. They worship the soul of their forefathers. They are not worshipping any gods or goddess, but their main idols actually are their forefathers. Okay? Some of the modern day people allege that the jinn are the bacteria and microbes that modern science has recently discovered. So this is quite funny. Bacteria and microbes. And I cannot imagine how bacteria and microbes can cause people, to not to pray, to not to read the Quran, to influence them badly. So this is, infection. And this, mashallah, this opinion chosen by who? By Muhammad Abdul. Muhammad Abdul, the Egyptian scholar, the disciple of Jamaluddin al-Afghani. And they are the new Mu'tazila, I mean the modernist. Yeah, they are the modernist. Muhammad al-Bahi, in his commentary on Surah Al-Jinn, says that the Jinn are the angels. Jinn are the angels. And this is another un-Islamic claim or un-Islamic opinion. To him, the Jinn and angels are one existence, without any difference between them. His proof is that the angels also cannot be seen by mankind, except that he includes among the Jinn those who hide from the world of human beings concerning their belief or disbelief and their good or evil. So these are just from the logics or from the thinking of mankind. There's no truth behind them. Yeah. As Muslims, particularly the Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, we take whatever written in the Quran and from the hadith of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Another subtopic here, not possessing knowledge concerning them is not a type of proof. Means jahal or ignorance about them, and that kind of ignorance make us to reject their existence is not a proof. Most that these deniers can say is that they have no knowledge concerning their existence. Means there's no proof. I cannot see them, I cannot hear them, I cannot feel them, so they not exist. They don't exist. But not having any knowledge about them is not a proof that they do not exist. The mind that denies everything that it does not know of certainly is blameworthy. In fact, that is the reason why Allah blames the unbelievers. Allah says in the Quran, "Bal kazzabu bima lam yuhitu bi'ilmi." Bal kazzabu bima lam yuhitu bi'ilmi. Means people of the past, the mushrikun, the kafirun, they deny the hells, or the hell and the heaven. They deny Allah. They deny the angels. They deny the shayateen. Because what? Because they say, we don't have any knowledge about that. We never thought about that. Oh, just like the people nowadays. When you say, this is really wrong, brother. Actually, the way you pray is not according to the Sunnah. Oh, I don't know about that. I learned something else in the school. So I just, I think what you said is not exist. This is not Sunnah. So this is what happening to many of people. They are ignorant, but they do not want to admit that they are ignorant. Nay, but they denied that the knowledge whereof they could not compass. They deny. Nay, but they denied that the knowledge whereof they could not compass. MashaAllah. I don't learn Shakespeare language, brother. So I cannot really, but I can, inshallah, from the Arabic text, inshallah. Bal kazzabu means they deny bima lam yuhitu, deny of what they do not know. Yeah? They deny whatever that they do not know. The truth of the matter, said Sheikh Omar, the correct position is that the jinn are a third type of being. Means another world, apart from the human world and the angels world. And it is, for example, Iblis is not a fallen angel. This is a misleading term, misleading name given by the Western, given by the Christians. They said that Iblis or Lucifer is or was the fallen angel. He was among the angels, and then he was fallen because he is envious towards Adam. He doesn't want to prostrate in front of Adam, and that he being cursed, and he was among the angels. And this is another wrong opinion. The jinn is a third type of being, third type of world. They are intelligent, they have mind, they have brains. Maybe they're not the same type of brain like humans, but they have mind, they can think, they can feel, they have emotions, they have feelings. And understanding creatures, they can understand us, mumayyiz. They can differentiate between good and evil. They can differentiate between pure and impure, impurity, purity and impurity. They are not philosophical accidents or germs and are not like the microorganisms. They are responsible for their actions, means mukallafun. Mukallafun. They will be responsible for whatever they do in this world. When they die, and they also die, because there's no creatures that will not die. Everybody, every being will die, will be perished, and will be responsible to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And have been ordered by Allah to perform some deeds and to abstain from others. Means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered them to do what? To do some deeds. Just like humans. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Allah Ta'ala created jinn just like the same purpose He created human. Okay. This is the proofs, or these are the proofs for the correct position. Number one, it is mutawatir, or undeniable agreement about their existence by different groups of people. Mutawatir, you know mutawatir? Mutawatir means it is being narrated by more than at least three. Yeah. At least three people. Ibn Taymiyyah, rahimahullah ta'ala, says in Majmu' al-Fatawa, he said, none of the different groups of Muslims have differed about the existence of the jinn, nor in the fact that Allah sent Muhammad as a messenger to them also. Means there's no groups among the Muslims, including what? Including Mu'tazilah, Jahmiyah, even Shia. Yeah. They never deny, or they never deny about the existence of the jinn, nor in the fact that Allah sent Muhammad as a messenger. That's why we say, we can see that Mu'tazilah, Jahmiyah, Qadariyah, Khawarij, Shia, all of them believe in the unseen. And they believe that Muhammad ﷺ is Rasulullah. None of them deny that. The majority of the different groups of the unbelievers also confirm their existence. And the mushrikun, the kafirun, yeah, from among the mushrikun, not from the Ahli Kitab, but from the Hindus, from among the Majusis, from among even the pagans, they do believe in the existence of the jinn. That's why the people of the animism, the religion of the past, the religion of the Malay people, the Orang Asli's religion. You know Orang Asli? The Aborigines. The Aborigines, yeah. The religion of the Aborigines. In Malaysia, in Australia. We have Aborigines in Australia. We have Aborigines in Fiji. We have Aborigines in Hawaii. All of them believe in the jinn. It's just different kind of name, different kind of callings. And the people of the book, Ahlul Kitab, from among the Jews and the Christians, also accept their existence in the same way as the Muslims do, even though one may find some among them who will deny their existence. But in the same way, one can find among the Muslims some who deny their existence, like the Jahmiyah and the Mu'tazilah. Okay? But the majority of the sects and their leading scholars accept their existence. This is because the reports about their existence have come in a mutawatir manner from the prophets, which necessitates automatic and certain knowledge. Yes, Sheikh al-Islam writing is so technical and so concise, is so accurate. Because what? He is mentioning here the narration or the story about jinn is mutawatir. The same thing, the same case goes to people who experience jinn possession. It's mutawatir. Until nowadays, until our times. If people deny jinn possession, I don't believe in this such thing. I don't believe in sihr. I don't believe in black magic. But the thing is that the experience of the people is mutawatir. One person being possessed in Sabah, another person being possessed in Sarawak, another person being possessed in Kedah, in Langkawi, in Kelantan, in Terengganu, in KL, and then in India, in Delhi, in Pakistan, in Lahore, in Karachi. It's mutawatir. Yeah, it's mutawatir. It is also known with certainty that they are alive, thinking and acting by choice. They have been ordered to do certain deeds and have been prohibited from certain other deeds. They are mukallafun. That's why in Ruqyah, in Ruqyah Shar'iyah, when we perform Ruqyah upon a patient who are being possessed, we shall also giving da'wah to the jinn. If he start to talk, if he start to refute us, I don't want to go out from this body. I don't want to, I don't want to follow your instruction, for example. I will stay here. I will be with her or him forever. Then we give da'wah. You must fear Allah. You must believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator, our God. This is the way we perform da'wah to jinn. Because they are mukallafun. They have the right, what? The right to the religion. Yeah. Just like other human beings. People are not Muslims, or kafir, we shall give da'wah. Yeah, calling them to Islam. They are not attributes or characteristics of humans or other creatures, as some of the atheists claim. Since the matter of the jinn is something narrated in mutawatir form from the prophets, the scholars and messengers know about them, and no group that claims any relationship with a messenger may deny them. He also wrote, all of the groups of the Muslims acknowledge the existence of the jinn, as do the majority of the people of the book, Jews and Christians, the polytheists among the Arabs, and others from the children of Ham, the son of Noah. Similarly, the majority of the Canaanites, Canaan means the Palestine, and the Greeks from the children of Japheth believe in them. Therefore, the majority of the people accept their existence. Okay, meaning here, Sheikh al-Islam, he trying to say that majority of human beings from many religions believe in the jinn. Yeah, the only people who deny the existence are the atheists. The atheists, the philosophers. Yeah, they don't believe in this such thing. Like, I'm sorry, Mu'tazilah never believe in jinn. Sorry, Mu'tazilah, they never believe in jinn. They never believe in the torture in the grave, the torment of the grave. Yeah, they don't believe that, because they said we cannot hear, we cannot see. Okay, that's why it's very, very, it's very dangerous, because nowadays maybe the original form of Mu'tazilah is not exist, but the followers of the doctrine, we call them Neo Mu'tazilah, the ones who try to revive the doctrine. Is here. Liberalian, naam. Liberalian. The secular, the liberal. Yeah. Okay. Quranic second evidence or second type of proof is the Quranic and Hadith statements about them. There are numerous statements in the Quran and Hadith that affirm the existence of the jinn. For example, قُلْ أُوحِيَ إِلَيَّ أَنَّهُ اسْتَمَعَ نَفْرٌ مِنَ الْجِنِّ. We have studied this, Surah Al-Jinn. And the surah itself is named after the jinn. Yeah, named after the jinn. Say, O Muhammad, it is revealed unto me that a company of the jinn listen. Okay. In 2006, when I was studying in UiTM, I did wrote to Utusan Malaysia, refuting one correspondent from somewhere in Malaysia who denies the existence of the hantu. It is at that point of time, there are so many rumors, or we can say it's a nationwide sensation at that point of time when people are talking about Bigfoot. You know Bigfoot?
Yes.
Sasquatch? Yeti? Never. La tasma'. Ma sami'ta. Bigfoot is a big man. It's like man-like creature, which is very tall and then very hairy. And this usually the story about Bigfoot comes from the America, from the American continent, from the Canada, Northern America, Canada, the US, and then also from the Himalayan wilayah, Himalayan state.
As well as Russia.
Yeah?
As well as Russia.
As well as Russia. Yeah, the Himalayan, what call this? Mountain, Himalaya.
Nepal.
Nepal, and the like. Yeti, they call it Yeti.
In Russia, they call it Yeti.
Yeti, yeah. Tibet, yes, Tibet. Yeti. And the difference is that Yeti is white because they live in a snowy mountain, and the Bigfoot is brownish or blackish. And this is a very, very old legend. I mean, there's so many stories about Bigfoot. And there was one report or several reports in Malaysia at that point of time in 2005, 2006 about about findings of Bigfoot by several people in Pahang, and some, if you remember. So there's one correspondent. He wrote to the Utusan Malaysia. That point of time, there's no Facebook, there's no Twitter, there's no Instagram. So everybody is communicating through the mass media. We read newspapers a lot at that point of time, not like today. Okay, so he said the Malay people like to believe in the tahayul. Tahayul, you know tahayul? Yeah, tahayul. Tahayul. Tahayul means mysticism, or maybe we can say something like imagination, imaginary world, tahayul. Superstition, yes, superstition. That's the correct word for that. Superstition. The Malays like to believe in superstition, the hantu lah, jinn lah, infrared. So I wrote in refute, I said, Islam asks us to believe in the unseen. There are so many things in this life, in this world, that we cannot exactly yes or no. Like I said about the bunyan, whether or not they can kidnap people, it is out of our knowledge. I mean, it is something that we cannot really say yes or no, right? Yeah, we can be sure of that. So, inshallah, and many. There are you can see 262 pages, and we are still in page number 11. So inshallah, I don't know how many years I'll be here teaching this book.
Inshallah. You know this author from my city.
Oh yeah, Urduni, yes. Dr. Omar, bismillah.
He passed away in 2012.
Rahimahullah ta'ala.
Is it a lecturer?
Yes, he's doctor, professor in
Professor.
University.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then the third kind of proof, eyewitness accounts. Eyewitness accounts. Many people of our times and of the previous times have witnessed something of the jinn. And this may spark some interest in some people, seeing the jinn, even though many who had seen them or who had heard them were not aware that they were jinn. So this is the truth, brother. There's a difference between people who claim, hey, I can see jinn. How do you know it is a jinn? The first question.
Especially in Malaysia, they say
Yeah.
you must have this kind of semangat. Kalau semangat tanah atau semangat angin like that, semangat air, semangat api, makan
Allahu alam. This is blessed for me. Okay, best for me. Okay, he said they thought that they were ghosts, spirits, invisible men. Mashallah, invisible men. Invisible means rijal ghaib, not hollow men. Rijal ghaib, creatures from outer space, aliens, and so forth. And I watched this documentary, Ancient Aliens. Some so-called scientists, I don't know whether they're really scientists or not, but some researchers, so-called researchers, they claim that many ancient civilizations were built by the help from the aliens, coming from the outer space. Maybe watching too much ET movie, maybe. X-Files. But maybe there is some truth behind that, because we know from the Quran that the jinn are able to build big monuments, big buildings. In the time of Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam, Nabi Sulaiman alayhi salam used them to build constructions. And Allah SWT mentioned in the Quran about something to do like, I can't remember the verse, that the jinn were building tall buildings, towers, and some kind like bowls, big bowls, bowls. It's like some kind of bowls, like Astro, or maybe satellite receiver, like radar, something like that. So we don't know. The technology of the jinn is advanced, and I've talked about this many years ago in one course, and I said the jinn possess advanced technology. And Sheikh al-Islam also of the opinion that the jinn in the past, they have known about cables, about technology, advanced technology, about glass. They can invent glass and whatsoever. So there's no yes or no again in the theory of ancient aliens. It's just that the concept of aliens that we're talking about, they're not necessarily from the outer space, they are coming with the UFO whatsoever, but it is the world of the jinn, maybe. Allahu a'lam. So many people seen them, and then many trustworthy narrators of the present day and previously have narrated events concerning them. The famous scholar of hadith, Al-A'mash. Al-A'mash is the Sifu, is the master of hadith. He is the teacher of many big scholars in hadith. A jinn appeared among us. Appeared among us means in the disguised form, not in the original form. I said to him, "What is your favorite food?" He said, "Rice." We brought some to him, and I would see the spoon go up and down, but could not see anyone. I said, "Do you also have people of desires and innovations among you like what we have?" He said, "Yes." I said, "What is the situation of the Rafidah, the Shia, among you?" He said, "They are the worst of us." Ibn Kathir wrote, after recording the above story, I presented its chain, its sanad, the isnad of the story, of the narration, to our teacher, Abu Hajjaj al-Mizi. Al-Mizi is a famous scholar of hadith. Al-Mizi. He said the chain is authentic, back to Al-A'mash. Means it's really from Al-A'mash. And Al-A'mash is thiqah. Thiqah means trustworthy narrator. Thiqah means trustworthy narrator. Yeah.
So when he says they are worst of us, that is saying that Rafidah are jinns?
No. I mean the Rafidah among the jinn.
Oh,
Among the jinn. Because, yeah. That's why I have mentioned before that the jinn, they followed many religions like human. Actually, a lot of things they follow us, especially on the religion and language.
So they have what?
Allahu alam. I don't know about that. Maybe. Maybe. Then he okay, you continue. Then he said, Ibn Asakir, also a scholar of hadith, recorded in the biography of Al-Abbas ibn Muhammad al-Dimishqi that he said, I heard some of the jinn recite, the hearts are in pain. This shair, poet. Sorry, a poem. The hearts are in pain until they connect with their beloved and are with him in any place in the west or east. They are filled with the love of Allah, and Allah is their Lord. They are connected to Allah and not to anything of His creation. Wow. Can you imagine if you hear the jinn, singing or Sufi. The jinn is, reciting poem in the middle of the night, Yes, the Muslim jinn. Yeah. Now, Allahu alam. I never heard something like this. I never seen anything like this. And na'udzubillah, I don't want to see it. Okay, because why? Because the jinn is okay. If they are the Muslim jinn, then it should be no problem. I mean, it's okay. But what we are afraid is that they are among the shaitan. And like Nabi SAW said, La tatamanna liqa al-adu. Do not ever dream about meeting your enemy. Yeah, never dream about that. So never think about that. Yeah.
When you say scientific eyewitnesses,
Yes.
we have heard in the West they say about aliens coming in spacecraft and things like that. Well, they need spacecraft in the first place.
Allahu alam. I cannot answer that. I mean, actually UFO sightings or the alien about this alien things. I intrigued in this kind of subject since very young. Since I was in a primary school actually. Yeah. So this is the way how I evolved into this kind of study, kind of this research. And many things I've read in the past, for example, the spacecraft and whatsoever, the Bermuda Triangle,
the clearest things coming from Shaitan, Lucifer now.
Yes, yeah.
And you don't follow this Albert Pike dreams.
Sorry? Albert Pikes, yeah, Albert Pike.
This is because they follow the procedure one by one. This is this guy, he see Lucifer and Lucifer gives him instruction. And
Yeah.
No, seriously, and they follow one by one. If you read it, I read
Yeah.
it, you will see that they implement one by one now. The
Yeah.
political leaders,
Yeah, yeah.
they do it one by one.
The conspiracy theory, yeah, the conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he see and he ask for rewards and
Yeah.
Is that what is happening now?
Yes,
All the governments and
yeah,
yeah, so that through the governments.
yes, yeah. So this is becoming more interesting. Yeah. So, yeah, about the alien, whether or not they need spacecraft, Allahu alam. But we certainly know from the Quran. Wa anna lamasna as-sama' fawajadnaha muli'at harasan syadid. Means they can go to the first level, the first tier of the heaven. So, do they need some device to go there? Allahu alam, I don't know. Because it's clearly mentioned in Surah Al-Jinn, wa anna kunna naq'udu minha. Means we sit. We used to sit there. I mean, where do they sit? Do they sit in the spacecraft? Allahu alam. Do they sit in the planets? Maybe, or there's some moon of the planets. Let's park here and then sit down. I don't know. Allahu alam.
No, I need to give one evidence that they believe in Jinn. They are all this digging under Al-Aqsa Mosque. They are
Yeah.
searching for one book.
The book of
How to control Jinn.
yeah, the book of actually the book is not exist. It doesn't exist. It's just it's from the myth. It's from the legend, because they said the Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam can control the jinn, can control the world of of the animals. Yet he can understand the ants talking with each other, and they want that kind of power. But what they fail to understand is that is a mu'jizat sent down from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. It's a gift from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. From his dua, from his prayer. And this is the same prayer that remind Nabi SAW that the only person on earth who can control them is Nabi Sulaiman alayhi salam. Qala Rabbi ghfirli wa habli mulkan la yanbaghi li ahadin min ba'di. He said, oh Allah, please forgive me and please give me, bestow upon me what? Mulkan, a government, a kingdom, you know. La yanbaghi li ahadin min ba'di, and which is not suit for anyone after me. Means I'm the first and the last. You know, I'm the first and the last.
One offer.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Number 4. The source from which they were created. The messenger of Allah, Rasulullah SAW, has informed us that the angels were created from light. Angels are from light. And the jinn were created from fire. So two distinctions. I mean, two different kind of substance. He made a distinction between their two sources. This refutes the claim of those who say that the jinn and the angels are nothing but one. So Iblis or the jinn is not fallen angels. Okay. Now let's see, what are creatures among the creatures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that can see jinn? Yes, there are some animals that can see them in their original form. Yeah, what I mean is original form. Even though we cannot see the jinn, said Dr. Umar, some animals like dogs, donkeys. Do you notice that if in your neighborhood there are some dogs, maybe stray dogs or domestic dogs, whenever they are called for prayer, azan, there will be, what do you call this, barking. Is it barking or it actually is howling? Oh, isn't it? Oh, hayya ala salah. Oh. And I notice that every time when there is a call for prayer. Well, because you're Malaysian, you don't want your neighbors to keep dogs. That's the problem. You know, you're very sensitive to dogs. You know, because I'm Sarawakian. In Sarawak, we play with dogs. I played with dogs during my childhood. So there's a lot of dogs in our neighborhood in Sarawak. So I noticed that. Okay, because they can see shaitan. And in one hadith, Nabi SAW said, whenever the call for azan, call for prayer, the azan is being called, the shayateen will run away from the mosque, from the vicinity of the mosque with farting. Farting. They were farting, run away and farting. Farting, yeah, pop, 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 pop. They're running and they're farting.
Passing air.
Yeah, passing air. And then the dogs, maybe, based on this hadith, maybe they see them, running away. And then
So they howl.
they howl.
Actually, they're laughing.
And they howl.
Well, the thing is, my parents didn't have dogs when we were young.
Oh, okay.
They stayed in a kampung, right?
Yes.
Got dogs. I noticed the howling was always in the night, not during the day.
At night.
Night after Isha.
After Isha.
I didn't realize after we can hear the azan from our house,
Yeah.
but I never noticed of the howling.
Yeah, because the night, usually in the Maghrib time. In the Maghrib time, there is, I noticed that during Maghrib and Isha.
But not my
Yeah. Because based on the hadith, Nabi SAW said, before the sunset, hold your children in the house. Do not allow them to go out, because that is when the shaitan is wandering about. Yeah. صح. صح. صحيح. So that's the hadith. Yeah. And Nabi SAW asked us to instruct us to close all the doors, close all the ina, the bottles of water and whatsoever. Okay, so the donkeys can see them. Donkeys. It is recorded in Musnad Ahmad and Sunan Abi Dawud with a sahih chain, with the authentic sanad from Jabir, that the Prophet said, إِذَا سَمِعْتُمْ نُبَاحَ الْكِلَبِ Nubah al-kilab. Nubah means howling. Howling of the dog. Wa nahiq al-humur. And nahiq al-humur means, what's the sound of donkey? What's we call it in English? Not shouting, crying. Huh? Braying. The braying of the donkey. Bil-layl. Yeah? If you hear the bark of the dogs or the braying of donkeys during the night, فَتَعَوَّذُوا بِاللَّهِ فَإِنَّهُنَّ يَرَيْنَ مَا لَا تَرَوْنَ. If you hear the bark of the dogs or the braying of donkeys during the night, seek refuge in Allah from Satan, as they see what you do not see. Why must seek protection from Allah from the shaitan? Means the dogs and donkeys can see them. And the reason why they bark and why they bray is because they see shaitan. And the commentary here, this is not strange, as many scientists have confirmed that animals are capable of many things that humans are not capable of. The dogs, for example, they can smell drugs. They can be used in a search and rescue operation. They can smell, mashallah, very ultra-sensitive nose and ultra-sensitive listening. They can, if there's a special whistle, that if we blow the whistle, human cannot hear it because very high frequency. The same thing with the dolphins, and whatsoever. So there are many things that animals are capable of doing. What we cannot do. Oh, sorry. Bees can see ultraviolet light and can also see the sun. An owl can see mouse running in a crowded corn patch dark on a inshallah. Means the owl, the eyesight of the owl, how it can see mice, Yeah. Mashallah. Okay. Okay. All right. And the last but not least, the introduction of the Satan and the Jinn. Because there's many people ask me, what's the difference? What is the similarity and difference between Satan and the Jinn? Satan or Shaitan, which Allah mentions to us many times in the Quran. It is mentioned many times. How many times? About 80, more than 80 times. Is from the world of the Jinn. He used to worship Allah, which is Iblis, used to worship Allah at the beginning of his creation. He lived among the angels in the heavens. He entered paradise, mashallah. But then he disobeyed Allah when he refused to prostrate to Adam out of pride, arrogance, and envy. خلقته من طين خلقتني من نار وخلقته من طين. You created me from the fire, and you created him from the tree. Yeah. Therefore, Allah cast him out of from His mercy. That is the meaning of Iblis. Because Iblis from the word al-balasa. Al-balasa means there's no goodness in it. La khairan la. There's no goodness in it. Yeah. Shaitan in the Arabic language is general term. It's a general term for any arrogant rebel, including humans, including plants. If you have some flowers or maybe flower vase or maybe vegetables, and say why this plant also disturb another plant? Shaitan, you see, shaitan. Yes, that's linguistically, the Arabs call everything shaitan, and with this kind of characteristics, be it human, be it animals, be it plants. It is used in general for that one specific being because he was so arrogant and rebelled against his Lord. He is called Taghut. Taghut in Surah An-Nisa, verse 76. الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا يُقَاتِلُونَ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا يُقَاتِلُونَ فِي سَبِيلِ الطَّاغُوتِ فَقَاتِلُوا أَوْلِيَاءَ الشَّيْطَانِ إِنَّ كَيْدَ الشَّيْطَانِ كَانَ ضَعِيفًا. See, those who believe in the battle for the cause of Allah and those who disbelieve do battle for the cause of Taghut, means they are fighting. So fight the minions of the devil. Minions. Have you ever heard of the name Minions? You know the Minions? The despicable me. Minions. So fight the minions of the devil. Lo, the devil's strategy is weak. Taghut. Taghut is a word that is well known to many of the people of the earth, which with exactly the same lettering according to Al-Aqad in his book Iblis. He is called Al-Taghut because he has transgressed the limits, because Tagha, thumma Tagha. And then the Fir'aun Tagha. Tagha means he crossed the boundaries. He claimed himself as God. Tagha, from the word Tagha. It means Taghut. Taghut. Everything which is worship or everything that is feared more than Allah, then that is Taghut. If people love, property more than the religion, then the property is Taghut. For example, Allah SWT gave allowance to the Iblis to live until the day of judgment. Means their lives are long.
Is it for just that Iblis or generally for all of them?
Allahu Alam. We never know. We never know about that. But from that instance, from the Jinn, from the Iblis evidence, in the Quran about Iblis' age, he will die until the day of judgment. Then we can make inference that all Jinn can live long. Yeah, they live long. But
I had one class where
yeah.
this teacher was saying that if the jinn disguise himself in the form of a snake, for example,
Yes.
and then humans kill the snake,
Yes.
so the jinn will die.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, correct. There's one hadith where a Sahaba, a young man from among the Muslimun, let me just e-book. My computer. Okay. Yeah, he asked permission from Rasulullah SAW to go back to his house, and he found his wife outside of the house, in front of the house, and he became envious. And then his wife told him, "Do not kill me yet before you see what is in our house." So he saw a snake, a big snake, resting on the sleeping bed. Then he wrestled with the Sahaba Rasulullah SAW. During the battle of Khandaq, and this Sahaba, he fought with the snake, and then both of them dies. And eventually, the snake it was a jinn. So then there is a hadith narrated that Nabi SAW said, "Verily in Medina there are jinn who has been accepting Islam. So if you see them in your house, give allowance for 3 days. After 3 days, then you can kill them. Because eventually, after 3 days, they are not with the pure intention anymore. They are not the good jinn, or they are not with good intention. So you can kill them. Either if it is an animal, then it's dangerous, so we can kill. And if it's a shaitan, then it is allowable for us to kill after 3 days. So this is like a hudud, or this is a kind of sharia that Nabi SAW has mentioned, a ruling how to kill a jinn. You cannot say simply, "Oh, you see the jinn and then you kill him." No. You see them in the shape of a snake or dog or whatsoever, give them allowance for 3 days. So. Okay. It's only in Medina. But my advice in Malaysia or in anywhere other than Medina, if you see a snake, call police immediately.
Don't do it.
Yes.
Allah mentioned in the Quran, وَمَا يَضُرُّونَ بِهِ مِنْ أَحَدٍ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِهِ.
Yes.
So they don't have power to hurt us.
Yes.
Unless Allah allows.
Yes. True.
You should not worry.
Yeah. So we don't worry. So we don't worry about that.
What again?
Allah
بِضَارِّينَ بِهِ مِنْ أَحَدٍ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ. Yes. They can harm people in the by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
But I don't think so. I can live in a house where there's a snake.
No.
I'll just get a snake out.
So, excuse me, like the way they say we have shayateen in human and jinn. So, like now you said, for instance, shaitan, they have human shaitan and they have shaitan and real shaitan, right?
Sorry, come again.
Shaitan.
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 Yeah, shaitan, yeah.
So, do they have human shaitan? Or is only a
Human shaitan, yes.
Yeah.
We have human shaitan. Shaitan in the shape of human, yes.
If I thought the word you used there was more for discretion, maybe because of the attitude of somebody or the attitude of somebody, you can
Yes.
call them shaitan. But is
Yes.
that mean they are shaitan or you are only describing them? This is what
Yep.
I'm saying.
They are humans, but their name is shaitan. I mean, they are humans, but they are
shaitan.
shaitan.
Shaitan is because you are, does that mean you are describing them or is they are shaitan?
Describing them.
Describing them.
Describing them as shaitan. Because shaitan is a description. Shaitan from the word shatana. Shatana ba'udah. Shatana bima'na ba'udah. Shaitana and shaitan is from the wazan fa'lan. This same thing with kaslan, jaw'an.
Subject.
It's a adjective. It's a attributes. It's a sifat. Something that is sifat. I mean, it's a characteristic. It's attributes of people.
So people who say that they see jinn, so that is not true?
Yes.
People that claim to see
Well, see, I mean, if they claim they can see jinn in the original form, then it is a lie. It's a lie. Because Allah says, like I said in the Surah Al-A'raf, verse 37, Allah says, "Innahu yarakum huwa wa qabiluhu min haythu la tarawnahum." Means Allah says, "Min haythu la tarawnahum, la tarawnahum." You cannot see them. You cannot see them. It's not me who said that you cannot see them, but Allah Ta'ala says. So I just quote Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. I don't quote anybody else. Okay. And then secondly, with regards to the shayateen among the humans is from the Quran as well. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَا لِكُلِّ نَبِيٍّ عَدُوًّا شَيَاطِينَ الْإِنسِ وَالْجِنِّ. And we create, or we how to say this? We created enemies for the anbiya, for the prophets, from among the shayateen of the human and shayateen of the jinn. So Allah SWT mentioned the shayateen al-ins before shayateen al-jinn. Meaning, shayateen or shaitan of human is more dangerous from the shaitan of the jinn. For in the term or in the in the context of how to say this, in fighting or against the prophets, against the da'i, against the du'at of Islam, against the truth. Yeah, because humans are more visible. Yeah. Humans are more visible. For instance, somebody, a da'i called, "Hey people, let us go to masjid, let's pray, let's pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." And then the shaitan from among the human will go in front of you and say, "No, we don't have to pray, this Quran is, is enough for us, don't follow the hadith. The Quran says, وَأَقِمِ الصَّلَاةَ لِذِكْرِ, enough for us to remember Allah, then if we remember Allah, then we have prayed salah, Then people will, "Oh yeah, really true. Oh, you have what? You have PhD. Yeah, I trust this, people." you say what I mean? Yeah. But in terms of was, spiritually, jinn is better than human. Because that's why yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas minal jinnati wan nas. So in terms of yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas, in terms of was, in terms of whispering, spiritually, the jinn plays better role in that. Allahu a'lam bishawab. Okay, brothers and sisters, jazakumullah khairan katsira. Inshallah we'll meet inshallah after 2 weeks from now. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.